Good girl. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited and kind of can't believe I'm filming this video today, but we are going to be doing my back to school and fall wish list slash hit list, aka things that I will and won't be buying or want to and would spend money on this fall. Before we jump into the list, I just kind of wanted to set the tone and have a little chat with you guys. So you guys saw in the intro clips, I went for a walk, sacrificed my life in the rain to go and get this chai latte, and I have to be honest with you guys, it's empty. I like chugged it on the way home. It's like a last few little drops. Anyway, so this is merely a prop. We can just put it away. As I'm filming this, it is still August and I am actually still in summer mode, but when we have days like today where it's cold and rainy, it's kind of that perfect like goals fall weather where you can wear a cute knit and shorts. I just love that weather, and the rain is not getting me down today because I got my Hunter rain boots and I got my new rain jacket, so like I'm ready to go. And Maggie's got to go out no matter what. She is not bothered by the rain. Like a walk in the rain is no problem for her. She loves jumping in the puddles. So I had to get myself geared up, and this just like cozy rainy weather really put me in the mood, plus the fact that I put on this sweater today really put me in the mood to film this video. And this is the video that I wanted to start any kind of fall back to school content on my channel. This is the video that I wanted to start with, because as soon as it used to be September, then it was late August, now it's literally early August, we start getting pushed so much fall content. And for me, this is how the seasons work. We have summer that ends at the end of August, then September is back to school slash like early fall, and then end of September, October, like October is really where fall starts. However, the stores want us thinking differently. And clearly by the fact that I'm making this video now in August, it's working. The stores are like already pushing, you know, fall and Halloween decor on us, because back to school and fall time is just such a big spending time of year. People really open up their wallets, and we love to, you know, go on a HomeSense run, grab a pumpkin coffee, deck ourselves out in all of the latest fall trends. And do not get me wrong, I love a good fall trend and I have a nice wish list to share with you guys. But I also think it's important to find balance among all of the content telling us what we need to buy. We need to remember that some things aren't worth spending our money on. And that is of course gonna look different for everyone, but I thought it would be fun to share with you guys the things that I will and won't be, or would and would not spend my money on this back to school and this fall season, because it's all about balance, baby. If you're new to my channel, hello, my name is Zoe. I'm 28 and I live in Montreal. I love to make videos talking about lifestyle and personal finance and just kind of like the intersection of all of that. We are here, we are on our journey to living our healthy and wealthy best lives. And sometimes that means treating ourselves, and sometimes that means saving our money for future us. So without, I just clapped and Maggie jumped. Without further ado, you guys, let's get into my fall wish list and hit list. I've got everything on my phone and I'm still very much with the phone and with the nails. I'm still in summer mode there. And literally yesterday I was at the water park, like living my summer dreams. The day before I was at a country music festival, living my summer dreams. And then today the weather was like, you're gonna film a fall video. So here we are. I wasn't sure how to structure this video, if I should do all of my wish list or all of my hit list. Do I want to start negative? Do I want to start positive? But I actually figured it would be the most fun to kind of jump between the two. The last thing that I'll say is, just because something's on my wish list doesn't mean that I'm going to buy it. It's just kind of something that I have my eye on, that if I have extra money, it'd be fun to splurge on. But there's absolutely no way that I buy every single thing on this list. Anyway, at the end of the day, it's not that deep. It's just for fun. Let's get into it. All right, so the first thing on my back to school slash fall wish list, because like I said, September is back to school season, and I feel like this is the time of year that we all like to get our together. We like to be a little bit more productive, even if we're not actually going back to school. This time of year, like, right? It just always feels like back to school. I've been done school for a while now, and September 1st is still gonna be back to school, or back to productivity, as maybe we could call it. As such, the first thing on my wish list is a new planner. And look, There's no other planner in my heart than my Gentle Productivity Planner. This is a planner that I designed in collaboration with the line. As I'm filming this, you guys, we only have 10 of these matcha greens left. So if you want a new planner for the back to school fall season and you want this green, you need to act now. That being said, we still have a ton of the champagne color, which is super beautiful and it's perfect for all seasons. It's like a gorgeous champagne beige. So if you guys are looking for a new planner for the fall and you want to support your favorite YouTuber and a small business, I will have the Gentle Productivity Planner linked below. You guys can use my code for 10% off, and we're actually now offering free shipping for back to school. So yeah, I feel like a new planner is just a must. The first thing on my hit list, and you guys are gonna think I'm such a hater, and I feel like this is a sign of me getting older, is the first thing on my hit list is tchotchkes. Tchotchkes, decor, just like all of that fall stuff that you see so many videos of people going shopping for. Like, I feel like last year, my TikTok was just full of videos, people going to HomeSense, going to Hobby Lobby, whatever the American chains are, and stocking up on, I'm sorry, but like plastic shit to sprinkle around their house. And I realize that I sound like such a hater, and like me a few years ago, I was sprinkling plastic shit all around my house because it is so cute. Like, don't get me wrong, it is so freaking cute. However, I think because I've done that and because I've bought all that stuff in the past, and I don't have it anymore because storing it is such a pain in the butt. The season finishes and you look at it and you're like, why did I buy all this? And then you end up donating it or throwing it in the garbage. And I just don't want to continue that cycle anymore. I feel like if I lived in a house or if I had like a big storage locker, I always say, like, when I have a basement, I'm gonna do things differently. But I live in a pretty small apartment and we do not have a lot of storage space. And the storage space that we do have, I cannot fill it with plastic pumpkins. Like, I just can't. And this applies for all seasonal decor. Like, even for Christmas, I try and be super minimal with my Christmas decor. That's one that I'll permit a little bit more because it's just such a fun time of year. But if I had seasonal decor for all 4 seasons and I had to store it and clean it and take care of it, it's just not something that I'm interested in doing right now. But maybe when I have a basement, things will change. For me, when it comes to fall decor, what I've been trying to do last year and what I want to do again this year is keep it a little bit more natural. So literally things that you can throw in the compost when they're done, AKA those cute little mini pumpkins that you can get at the grocery store, at the farmer's market, the gourds that are all in the funny shapes. I feel like mixing those with a bouquet of flowers or some dried flowers or a candle, that can make really beautiful fall decor without having to spend a ton of money, and also without buying things that you're gonna need to dust and take care of and put into storage. I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe I'm a grumpy hater, but that's how I feel this year. Okay. Number 2 thing on my wish list, which this is definitely something that I'm going to be buying in the fall time and throughout the winter, is cute knits. So I feel like right now I'm wearing what is going to be my favorite fall sweater. My boyfriend got me this actually for my birthday, which is kind of, I'll show you guys, kind of funny because I'm a summer baby, but I saw an Instagram ad for this sweater from LL Bean. It was on sale and I was like, I need to have this. It's so cute. It's got this beautiful Labrador on it and it is the thickest material. I'll see if I can link this sweater if you guys are interested. I got it from the petite section, so I got it in a large and it's actually like the perfect fit. It's just the sleeves are a little bit short, but doesn't matter. But knits are just such a classic for the fall and winter. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I love wearing knits. As soon as it gets a little bit brisk outside, I love to pair knits with shorts. Today I'm wearing this knit with linen shorts. I don't know if that's like a fashion faux pas or if that's a good thing. I feel super cute. But a knit sweater with jeans, a knit sweater with leggings, a knit sweater with a skirt, I simply love it. I also feel like a nice knit makes me feel really confident. I love doing a knit with like a tight slick back bun or like my hair in a claw clip. I want to go visit the LL Bean store to see if they have other cute sweaters like this, but when it comes to affordable knits, I love H&M. That's like my #1 go-to place for sweaters in the fall time. But this morning I was randomly scrolling on Mango's website and it's a little bit more expensive, but they also have some really beautiful sweaters. And then of course, a special mention to Cézanne. Those are definitely more on the pricier side. I have a few sweaters from Cézanne and they are so gorgeous. So if you're looking for like an investment sweater, those are really nice as well. Okay, continuing on with me being a hater, the second thing on my hit list is scented candles for fall. And I know you're gonna be like, what? Like, what is wrong with you? The whole point of fall is to have a scented candle, is it not? I know, but I guess I'm specifically referring to Bath and Body Works scented candles. I was that girl who would go to Bath and Body Works and drop a bunch of money on fall candles, on Christmas candles, and those scents just light up something in you. They really, and I mean, I think it's natural because scent is tied to memory, and it's such just an important sense that we have. And so of course, you know, we smell a Christmas scent, we smell a fall scent, and it reminds us of falls past. When I was young, I was like, I don't care if these candles are toxic. And now I'm like washing my produce and trying not to wrap my food up in plastic, so I'm not gonna light a Bath and Body Works candle. And obviously, like, I'm not trying to scare anyone. I'm not trying to be like, don't do that. Just like the wish list versus the hit list, it's all about balance, and lighting a Bath and Body Works candle here and there isn't gonna kill you. But I do wanna find a great smelling, kind of more natural alternative. So if you guys have any ideas, let me know. I was thinking of checking out Etsy for some higher quality, better for you scented candles, or even just scrapping the scents all together and doing beeswax candles. I did that one year and they were so gorgeous. They just are a little bit more expensive. But I've also seen people do those simmer pots. So that is also a really great idea if you want like a more natural scent filling the house. You could do beeswax candles for the look, and then a simmer pot on the stove, and your house will smell great. So that is the direction that I think I'm gonna go in this fall, and just kind of stay away from the candles. Not to mention that they're not cheap. These candles are not cheap. The next thing on my wish list is maybe more of a winter, but I'm gonna include it here anyway, is a fleece. So currently I have one fleece from Patagonia, and it was a long story with that Patagonia. Some of you guys know the story. I love that sweater, but I don't think I want to buy from Patagonia again. I know people got so mad at me when I said I didn't like my Patagonia. Basically, the week after I bought my Patagonia, the stitching came undone, and customer service like wouldn't give me a new one. They wanted me to send it back, and they were like, oh, it'll take 6 months for us to repair it. And I was like, but I just got it. So I'm kind of not the biggest Patagonia fan, but I really do like the fleeces from Aritzia, their polar fleece collection. I find it so cute. The fits are so nice. I tried one on last year and fell in love with it, but I didn't pull the trigger just because I didn't really want to spend the money. But I think this season it's the kind of thing that I could save up for, because yeah, last season I really wanted one. So I think this season might be the time to splurge, and it's the kind of thing you can wear it around the house. In the early season of fall here in Canada, at least, or in Montreal, you can wear it as your jacket, and they're just so cute. I really want a beige one. If anyone's wondering, I really want beige because I feel like with my dark hair, it would look so good. Next up, we're gonna do another wish list item because I actually have a bigger wish list than hit list. The next thing on my wish list, I do not think I will be buying this year. Actually, I can pretty much confirm I will not be, but it's on my wish list for like in years to come, is a new trench coat. So I have a trench coat and it's super cute, okay? It looks great. In photos, people are like, oh my gosh, where is that from? I got it off of Poshmark, so used, but it's from Princess Polly. However, the quality is not that great. It's very thin and flimsy, so it's really more of like a decorative trench coat than an actually functional one. I would love to get a thick, sturdy one that keeps me a little bit warmer and is a little bit more functional, because as soon as it's cold outside with this one, I have to layer up and it can kind of ruin the look. So I like it because yeah, it is cute and it kind of gets the job done. But over time, I want to save up for a more functional one. And I feel like anyone who likes to dress up and likes feeling cute, a trench coat is such a staple in your wardrobe. There are so many places you can get them, so many different ranges in price. I would personally be on the lookout for like a used one or a vintage one, because I feel like it's the kind of thing that people might cast out of their closet and then you can find a great score. You just have to be on the lookout. If I was gonna buy a brand new one, I would probably buy from Cézanne because theirs is so gorgeous. So yeah, the like ultimate trench coat goals would be the trench coat from Cézanne. Probably won't be happening this year, maybe next year. Let's do another hit list now. The third item on my hit list for fall, something I will not be buying, is UGG dupes or Birkenstock dupes. Dupes have absolutely taken over, and I think TikTok is to blame for this because the trends roll so much quicker. The messaging, especially on TikTok, is like, you need this, like you need these Birkenstocks, you need these Uggs, and that need and that intensity has created this demand for things, because let's be real, Uggs are expensive, Birkenstocks are expensive. So the sellers of Amazon have come up and come out with a whole bunch of dupes. I feel like the ethics around dupes and fakes and knockoffs is a whole other conversation, and I've bought knockoffs in the past. I cannot say that I've never done it and will never do it. But I do think if you take the sense of urgency out of a purchase, it is so much better to save up for the real thing, especially in the case of Uggs or Birkenstocks that aren't thousands of dollars. Like, I can understand wanting to buy a fake designer bag because you're like, oh my gosh, it's $10,000. I'm never gonna get that. But if you just save up a little bit more, you can get real Uggs, you can get real Birkenstocks, and that's gonna be a test to if you actually want these things rather than just that disposable nature of like, oh, it's trending on TikTok. Oh, let me buy the fake thing. And chances are the fakes aren't going to be as good quality. I bought Ugg dupes, I think from Ardennes two years ago. Like, this was when Uggs were like really the rage, specifically the Tasmans. And I bought these Tasman dupes off of Ardennes. They were like 20 bucks and I got them. They so did not look like the photo. They were so sad and I just returned them because I was like, I'm not gonna go outside in these. Like, this just feels silly. If I really want to participate in this trend, I can save up and buy these Uggs. But the fact is, by the time you save up, the trend might just be rolling along. So Uggs and Birkenstock dupes are not, I will not be spending money on them this fall, which brings me to my mid list, okay? So what is a mid list? This is something that I'm not sure if I would buy or not. And the first thing on my mid list, and actually the only thing, are Uggs and Birkenstocks, because I just don't know where I stand here. I had Uggs back in the day. I don't know if I ever had real brand name Uggs. I definitely had the dupes and they would get covered in salt stains. They would lose their shape. And I don't know, I think I had one pair of real Uggs, and same thing, like they still get covered in salt. Like, winter in Canada is rough. I feel like when I was in high school and Uggs were super trendy, it was more of a winter shoe than a fall shoe, whereas now it's really more fall. And especially like the slippers, like people are just wearing slippers outside and I find it super cute. I really wanted to participate in the trend last year and get some Tasmans, but they were pretty expensive and I wasn't ready to pull the trigger. This year, I still don't know if I'm ready to pull the trigger, and I actually feel like the Uggs might be kind of at the like descending point of their popularity. So I'm like, is now even the time to invest in a pair of Uggs when probably next year they're not gonna be in trend? That's my prediction. I think this is gonna be the last year of Uggs. I feel like the rage is gonna be dying down. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And same thing for Birkenstocks. I currently have one pair of like fall Birkenstocks. They're the Sherpa lined ones. But you know how it is, like when you see photos on Pinterest or TikTok and it's like, oh, those aren't the ones that are trending. It's the like brownish beige ones. So I'm like, do I need a pair of brownish beige ones? But I don't think I do. I don't think I do. The next item on my fall wish list is actually something I already have, just like the planner. It is self-tanner. I get so sad when I start to lose my summer tan, and so I just wanted to talk to you guys about Salty Face because they make the best tanning products. This is a company from Vancouver. I've been using their face mist for so long. This is a new bottle here in their new coconut scent. And I'm so excited to be trying their body tanner. I used to use Loving Tan and it was pretty good, but I'd rather order from Canada than from Australia. It's so much easier. Plus, if their body stuff is as good as their face stuff, like it's gonna be a million times better than the Loving Tan. No offense, Loving Tan, I use them for so long, like no shade, but I'm really excited to try these. I just feel like having a tan year long makes me feel so much more confident. I feel glowy, and especially having a tan on my face, I feel like it gives me that confidence, and then I don't need to wear as much makeup, which feels so much better for my skin. And then just for my whole body, I just like looking down and feeling like I have a bit of a bronze and a little bit of a glow. So yeah, self-tanner for the fall, definitely self-tanner for the winter. And I just wanted to share this with you guys because I think it's fun and I love talking about this brand because their stuff is so good. And I actually have a discount code if you guys want to try. I think it's Zoe10 or Zaz10. I'll put it on the screen. Another wishlist item, speaking of beauty, is the dark nail polish. I love a dark manicure for fall. I love a black. I love a dark like burgundy, wine, Bordeaux color. I just love it. Dark nails for fall is chef's kiss and perfect. I don't know if I need to say any more than that. I've been doing my nails at home for the past like month. I stopped going to the nail salon just because I wanted to save money. So I definitely think I will be buying either a black or a dark burgundy, maybe both. Probably a dark burgundy. I feel like last year I did a lot of black. So this year I'm probably gonna do a burgundy. I love a shorter nail, dark in color. It's so easy to do it at home. Not much more to say than that. Love a fall manicure. Okay, my next hit list item is also footwear and shoes. This is chunky loafers. Loafers are so cute for fall. And when I see photos of people wearing loafers, I'm like, oh, you look so cute. I love the preppiness of it and the kind of schoolgirl look. It's so cute, especially with socks. I love it. But every time I try and participate in the loafers trend, my feet hurt. I cannot find a pair of loafers that fit me properly and that are comfortable. I think in recent years, I've bought 2 pairs of loafers, spent good money on them, and have ended up selling them or donating them simply because they don't fit or they're super uncomfortable on my feet. Like, there's something about loafers that, I don't know, I just can't do it. And it's especially when they're chunky loafers. The chunkier they are, the more uncomfortable. And I feel like the chunkiness is kind of fading. Like a couple years ago, the Chanel loafers and the Prada loafers, like every single influencer, we saw them wearing those Prada loafers. And like, let's be real, I cannot afford those. Maybe one day, but not right now. And I'm so glad it wasn't even a question that I would buy them, but I'm so glad I never did, because I feel like they're already out of style and it's maybe more of like a penny loafer that's in right now. But even there, I'm like afraid of loafers because they always hurt my feet. And loafers are kind of in the similar category as ballet flats to me, where they're so cute. It's just here in Montreal, our fall is so short. November comes around and there's snow on the ground, like you're not wearing your loafers. So unless you have an office job or you're a student and you're inside all day and you can kind of change your shoes and have these cute loafers or ballet flats to wear inside, for me, the season's just not long enough to justify buying a good pair of loafers or ballet flats. And then when you buy the cheap pair, that's when they're super uncomfortable. So unfortunately, it's just not a trend that I can really participate in right now. Honestly, sometimes I wish I had an office to go to so that I could dress up and look cute and have someone be like, oh my gosh, love your ballet flats. Oh my gosh, love your loafers, love your outfit. But I don't, I work from home. So it's just not worth spending the money on those kinds of shoes. However, some shoes that are on my wish list that I also actually already have, but I find myself wanting another pair because they're so cute. Cowboy boots. Cowboy boots, you guys. These are super dirty because I just wore them to a festival the other weekend, but I freaking love these. Last fall, I splurged and bought some really, really high quality cowboy boots. I bought them from an equestrian store in Granby, and the brand of these boots is Boulet. So they're made in Canada, they're genuine leather, and they're like the best quality boots. If you're in Canada and you're looking for cowboy boots, check out Boulet because it's so nice to support a Canadian business. I know American brands like Tecovas are really big and popular, but they're so expensive once you pay the conversion fees. If you're shipping them in, the duties, forget about it. Check out Boulet, see if you can order online or see if there's a retailer near you. Any kind of Western or equestrian store is a great place to go looking for cowboy boots. They will be like genuine cowboy boots, so they'll be a little bit more expensive, but I feel like if you're at an age or a point where your feet aren't growing, cowboy boots are such a good investment for your closet. So obviously I already have one pair. I don't really need another, but it's kind of on my wish list for like in years to come. I have a black pair and I'd love to get like a brown pair or like brown with blue detailing. So good. I feel like Western in general is just super in right now. Like everyone is loving the Western vibes, the Yellowstone vibes, cowboy vibes, and for me, this is a trend that I am like so all in on because I love country music. I love the country aesthetic, and I know it's not just an aesthetic, it's really a way of life for some people, but I love my cowboy boots. I have no regrets there. My hit list version of that is another footwear item, which is tall boots. So growing up, my mom used to call these fashion boots. So like tall boots, I feel like we've been seeing these all over the place for the past probably two falls now, and this is gonna be maybe the third. These look so good. They look so beautiful, you guys, but just like the loafers and the ballet flats, it's not really a trend that I see myself participating in because I have nowhere to wear them. If I'm gonna get a pair of tall boots, I want to get a good quality pair that are comfortable and that will last me for a long time, but then I just can't justify spending like $300 to $400 because that's how much those boots are costing nowadays. $300 to $400 on a pair of boots that like I'm never really gonna be able to wear. Plus those style of boots go in and out of style. Like a couple years ago, it was all about the mini boots. Now we're back up to the tall. And then in between the mini and the tall was like over the knee. Like remember the over the knee Stuart Weitzman, Steve Madden boots like that were everything. Now people would look at you funny if you wore those. So I'm not gonna be investing in some tall boots right now. I guess the same argument could be said of the cowboy boots, but I feel like the look and feel of cowboy boots aren't gonna change. Like maybe they're gonna float in and out of style, but when the cowboy boots come come back in style, whatever pair you have is gonna be good to go. Versus these kinds of boots, they always change slightly. So if you have a lifestyle or a job where you're going out a lot and you can really get use out of those boots, then 100%, like please, for me, go do it, go buy those boots and wear them and look beautiful. But I just know that that's not my reality. So I'm not gonna be spending my money on any tall boots. The next item on my fall wish list are spooky books. I love reading in the fall. I love reading year round, but I love back to school and fall reading, and I love reading just more dark and spooky books in the fall. It just is so good. I love reading Harry Potter in the fall, and this is a book I read last year, The Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman. Technically it's a kid's book, but I enjoyed it so much. I don't have it. I looked for it before filming this video and I don't know where it is, but another book that I love, this was like my favorite book of the fall last year, was A Dreadful Splendour. Just kind of these like spooky mystery books that take place in the fall. Oh, it's like, I'm talking about it and I can like feel the candles and I can feel the ambiance, and it's so good. So if you have any book recommendations for me, let me know down below. I also recently started listening to audiobooks. I just finished my first audiobook and it was like a thriller called The Midnight Feast by Lucy Foley, and it was so good. I feel like if you want to listen to a book or if you want to actually read it, that book would be so good. And I think this fall I want to reread a series of Unfortunate Events. I think I'm going to splurge and get the full series because those were my childhood. Like that series was my childhood, and you guys, it's so sad I never finished it. I made it all the way to book 11 and I never finished 12 and 13. So I think I'm gonna start over from the beginning and read all of them, and that's gonna be my fall reading list. The next item on my hit list, this is the last item on my hit list, is a Longa bag. So I've been seeing that Longa bags are coming back in style. I have to admit I've never had one, but I do remember when I was in high school and these were everything. I was not allowed to get one. They were too expensive and only the rich girls had Longa bags. I think they're super cute. I think they look great. I just don't see myself buying one. I know I've had my fair share of silly purchases. Like I literally coveted a Louis Vuitton bag and saved up and bought a Louis Vuitton bag, but there's something about a Longa that I'm like, that is a piece of nylon. I'm not gonna be buying one. I just feel like they're not the most practical bag, and so I don't see myself getting one. If I were to get a Longa, I find the tiny ones are so cute, but I have so many small bags that I don't really see a need for that. So I feel like the Longas are a trend that I'm going to pass on. But my last wish list item is a trend that I definitely want to participate in, and it's just as silly as a Longa bag. So literally, like, there's no logic, there's no science to my wish list or hit list, you guys. But the last thing on my back to school and fall wish list is a LL Bean boat bag that is customized. I just want one of these so badly. I think they're so cute. My friend Ali has one and she's always wearing it. It has like her little A initial and it's so cute. And I saw her and I was like, I need that. Like, it's so cute. I need it to say my name on it, or I need it to say like healthy and wealthy on it. Like, it's a really affordable price. Like, it's a great, I understand like it's a tote bag, so it's an expensive tote bag, but for like a bag or a purse, it's not too bad. So that is something that I really have my eye on, and I think we're due for a trip to the LL Bean store. I actually have one planned coming up. Don't know if I'm gonna actually buy anything. So yeah, that is my fall wish list and hit list. Let me know what is on yours, you guys. What is something you want to buy this fall? What is something you will not be buying this fall? I'm looking at my viewfinder and we've been filming for 40 minutes. Like, how is that possible? I was like, this is gonna be a quick 20-minute video. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I loved hanging out with you, and enjoy the rest of summer and have a happy fall. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.